guys, this is Lindsay with Garage Share Reviews, and today we are going to talk about the Horizon T101. Horizon is known for making quality treadmills, ellipticals, rowing machines, all at a budget-friendly cost. Now this treadmill is under $1,000, so obviously you're not going to have smart features. You're not going to find a decline option. You're not going to have the highest speeds. But what it does have, it has great cushioning, it has great programming, and it has a decent motor size, all for under $1,000. All right, we're gonna look at all the specs, all the features of this Horizon T101 treadmill. But before we do, make sure you are subscribed to our channel so you can continue to see all things fitness. We have a lot coming your way that you aren't gonna wanna miss, so hit that subscribe button. Also, if you do wanna purchase this after we've talked about this, we've placed a link below the like button. It makes it super easy for you to purchase that. When you do use that link, it doesn't cost you anything extra. It just gives us a small commission and just allows us to continue doing videos just like this one. Also, just upfront, just to be honest, this treadmill was sent to us by the company. However, that doesn't change what I'm gonna say about it, and you will see I am gonna call out a couple things about this treadmill that were inconsistent, that weren't great, that were some quality control. But on the flip side of that, there were a lot of things I actually really did like about this treadmill, and I am going to tell you all of those details. So without further ado, let's talk about the Horizon T101 treadmill. All right, right off the bat, this has great reviews, not just on the Horizon website, but also on Amazon. On Amazon, it has over 2,500 reviews and an average rating of 4 out of 5 stars. So that kind of speaks a lot to the quality of this treadmill and the fact that a lot of people are searching this, buying it, because it is a great budget-friendly option, but also it has some unique features that other budget-friendly options don't offer. To start things off, this has a 55 by 20 inch belt deck. Now, typically, I'm always gonna say I love to see a 60 inch belt deck. However, I wouldn't say this is a great treadmill for those looking to do a lot of running. I mean, this is a smaller motor size, and we are gonna talk about that. But there are a couple other features that I wouldn't recommend this treadmill for somebody who's wanting to train for a marathon, train for a half marathon, do a lot of sprinting. I think overall, this is a great treadmill for jogging, a little bit of running, and a whole lot of walking. So that 55 by 20 inch belt deck is absolutely perfect for this treadmill. All right, so the motor size actually wasn't listed on this website. We went Sherlock Holmes on this and found the motor size anyways. It is a 2.5 CHP. Now for a treadmill, at this size and what it has to offer, I think that is an appropriate motor size and pretty typical with what we see when we compare to something like the Sunny Health and Fitness brand. You're probably gonna hear me a lot throughout this compare the Sunny Health and Fitness to this treadmill because they have very similar specs and are at a very comparable price point. But overall, they have about the same motor size, but I do think because this one has a larger belt deck, I would go with this one. But just again, to reiterate, along with the belt deck size not being great for somebody who's looking to do a lot of running, I don't think this motor size is great for somebody to do a lot of running. Again, I'd probably say this leans more towards a walking, jogging with a little bit of running thrown in. So if that's something you are looking for, then I would go with this. Now, obviously, with a budget-friendly treadmill, you're not gonna see smart features. You don't have like a massive 22-inch touchscreen sitting right in front of your face. This is a basic backlit LCD screen, and it's gonna show you your metrics that you wanna see. So your distance, your calories, your time elapsed, your heart rate, things like that. It also comes with built-in programming. So you have intervals, speed work, fat burning, hill work, and a lot of other programs that were pretty decent. With this T101, you have a max speed of 10 miles per hour. Now, to give you context, that is a 6 mile per hour run. I am not running that fast. I doubt a lot of people are running that fast unless you are like a young folk and amazing, in which case I wouldn't recommend this treadmill. But if you are like average day, just looking for general fitness, looking to get some cardiovascular health, looking to get some steps in, overall that 10 mile per hour mark is like plenty fast, and we don't need it to go any faster. Another thing that I really love about this, and this is why it kind of takes the cake for me over a Sunny Health and Fitness treadmill, is because it does come with an incline option. So a lot of the times with the Sunny Health and Fitness brand treadmills, you have an incline, but it only goes up to like a 3 or 5%. And it's a manual incline, meaning that you have to adjust the foot legs before you hop on the treadmill to reach that incline level. With this T101, it actually goes up to a 10% incline, which I think is amazing for a treadmill that costs under $1,000. If you know me, if you watched my videos in the past, you know I always am gonna look for a treadmill with an incline option So the fact that this has one, I think is a great fit. The other thing that I really like about this treadmill, and it's a similar take on what they've done with the Horizon 7.0, where they have quick dial options, but I actually prefer this quick dial option to that 7.0 Horizon treadmill. So basically it has just kind of like knobs off the side that you can just roll your thumb over that knob. It's gonna adjust the incline and the speed very quickly versus hitting a button. And for whatever reason, it's just kind of like fun to roll the knobs versus just like, who wants to just hit a button? You would rather roll a knob. Like, fight me on it. I would win this. All right, so the whole treadmill is a light 180 pounds. You might be like, 180 pounds isn't light to move around, Lindsay, but it is when you've moved around like a 300-pound Nordic track treadmill. This is almost like half that weight. So I think this is super portable. It has great wheels at the back. You just have to tip it back to get those wheels to engage. And overall, a super easy treadmill to move around. The other thing I love about this is that it has a 300-pound weight capacity, which does meet industry standards, allows a lot of people to be able to use this. The treadmill itself is 71 inches long by 33 inches wide, so definitely not a bulky treadmill. I mean, especially when we compare to something like the old 2019 Nordic Track 1750. This is a very small and compact treadmill. Another thing I like about this, it has hydraulic folding mechanism, making the belt deck lower super slow. I mean, I'm talking like super slow. Initially, it like goes, but then it reaches a point and you're just like waiting and waiting and waiting for it to finally hit that ground. However, I don't mind that. I would rather have a slow lower than a belt deck that just like drops to the ground. So overall, I'm happy about that. The treadmill is built with an aluminum frame and is backed by a lifetime warranty, which I don't think is anything to like snuff about. That is major for a brand to go ahead and offer a lifetime warranty, especially on a treadmill that again is under $1,000. I really just feel like they believe in their product because otherwise they wouldn't offer such a long lifetime warranty. Okay, last thing I kind of want to talk about is their 3-zone variable response cushioning. Essentially, there is 3 zones, 3-zone variable response cushioning. You guys tracking with me? Good. Okay. So there is a soft cushioning at the front, there is a medium cushioning at the middle, and then there's a harder cushioning at the back. So essentially you go from like cloud to grass to a running road surface, right? And it's supposed to mimic where you would strike on your foot. I actually really enjoy this. Okay, so this is my experience as we were testing it. We went ahead, pulled it out yesterday, we were running on it. And even as I was walking, I noticed a little bit unsteadiness, a little bit of shakiness. I have experienced shakiness while using a treadmill before, but this was different. Like, I literally looked at Nathan, I looked at Brittany, and I was like, this is a lot more shaky. Like, I wonder what's going on. Did we build it wrong? Something is off. So we went ahead and pulled off these like floor stabilizers at the bottoms so that that back of the belt deck would touch the ground, because initially it wasn't, and it seemed to be better. So we went ahead, tested it, ran on that. It felt great, it felt solid. But we were like, obviously these pieces are here for a reason. We need to put them back on, see what happens. We put them back on and it still was shaky, not as bad, but it was still shaky. However, I noticed a huge improvement in that belt deck, in that cushioning when we put them on. So I don't know if when we put them back on, we were able to screw them in tighter, making it a little bit more stable. So from our experience, there seemed to be kind of a trade-off versus like comfort and stability based on those feet being fully screwed on or taken off, or even just slightly screwed on and not fully. Like, you are gonna have to watch out for that if you do buy this treadmill. Overall though, I was really impressed with this treadmill, especially given its price point. Comes with a lifetime warranty on this treadmill, and if after 30 days you decide that you don't want to use this treadmill, it's not fitting what your needs are, you can go ahead, send it back after that 30 days. They'll take it back with no problem. Here are my final thoughts on the Horizon T101. It is an awesome budget-friendly treadmill costing under $1,000. It meets my mark for what a good walking, jogging / little bit of running treadmill for the 2.5 CHP motor size, its belt deck size, the fact that it has hydraulic folding mechanism on that belt deck. I do really like the 3-zone cushioning response. My only kind of like caveat to this is my experience with the shakiness of the treadmill. Was that intended? Was it not? I'm not sure. We'll keep you posted. We'll let you know as we find out more information. But if you do have this treadmill, we'd love to know your experience on it. Do you like this? Did you experience any sort of shakiness while you were using the treadmill? I'd love to hear from you. This has been Lindsay with Garage Gym Reviews.